It's Monday, July 21st. In the headlines, new eFitness system to be launched on July 21. In business news, digital payments as a way to sidestep remittance tax. Regionally, digital literacy program launched in Tobago. And in sports, the West Indies loses to Australia in their first T20 international at Sabina Park. This is the news on PBC Jamaica. I'm Simone Absalom Gale. The government says it has achieved its goal of delivering 70,000 new housing solutions, with the National Housing Trust (NHT) exceeding its assigned mandate by completing more than 43,000 units. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness made the announcement on Friday during the groundbreaking ceremony for the Chantilly Gardens housing development near Savannah Lamar in Westmoreland.
Since 2016, the National Housing Trust has been transforming the housing landscape in Jamaica. Over the past 9 years, the NHT has created more than 67,000 mortgages, started over 31,000 housing solutions, and completed more than 21,000 homes.
The Chantilly Gardens development, a partnership between the NHT and Green Solutions Limited under the Guaranteed Purchase Program, will feature 120 one- and two-bedroom units.
All designed to provide comfort, safety, and dignity. But this development is not only about a house. It includes roads with sidewalks and curbs, a potable water network with fire hydrants, stormwater drainage, electrical distribution systems, a centralized sewage treatment plant, and lands reserved for green spaces. In other words, we are building not just homes, but sustainable, complete, and livable communities.
In his remarks, the Prime Minister notes the NHT's performance over the past 9 years.
Over that period, the Trust has invested more than 343 billion Jamaican dollars in expanding housing access and improving living conditions across the island. That is the largest expenditure on housing in Jamaica's history and in the history of the NHT.
Currently, more than 40,000 housing units are in various stages of development through the NHT. Starting today, July 21, motorists will be receiving a motor vehicle certificate of fitness electronically, accessible through the Tax Administration Jamaica's online certificate generation and delivery system. This gets rid of physical certificates and the display of stickers on the windshield of vehicles. Island Traffic Authority's Director General, Colonel Daniel Price, says the changes are in line with provisions in the new Road Traffic Act. This includes the validity timeline for certificates of fitness, depending on the age of the vehicle, ranging from 5 years for new vehicles to 1 year for vehicles older than 10 years.
So you pay one fee for the inspection, and that one fee will cover 5-year validity period, the 3-year validity period, and the 1-year validity period. If you are having your brand new vehicle inspected for the first time, and it's been registered for the first time, you will pay $4,500, and you will be granted a validity period of 5 years.
He says motorists will be required to pay the fee and show the receipt at the inspection hub of the ITA as usual for the vehicles to be tested.
When that number comes up on your email, you will then be required, and we have made it convenient to you. We have a QR code that you can scan, and it will take you to the certificate generation and distribution system portal. You will be required to put that unique number plus your chassis number, and you generate the eFitness, which will come on your device.
Colonel Price adds that there has been no increase in fees, which remain the same overall, explaining that the fee is for the service and not for the validity period. The government of Jamaica is taking strategic steps to advance the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2 and 12, with a focus on ending hunger, increasing agricultural productivity, promoting sustainability, and reducing waste across farming and agro-processing sectors by 2030. As part of this effort, the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining has set a target for Jamaica to produce at least 70% of the food it consumes locally. The initiative is being supported through interministerial collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism and the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. Jamaicans owing $150,000 or less on their land titles may soon benefit from a government amnesty. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness made the announcement on Friday. Speaking at a land title handing over ceremony in Westmoreland, Dr. Holness said the proposed amnesty is part of the Jamaica Labour Party's manifesto. It is aimed at easing the burden for thousands of landowners facing financial and bureaucratic challenges. The Prime Minister also notes that more than 12,000 land titles have been issued with government support as of June this year, marking a significant step toward improving land tenure security across the island. Time now for the Business Report with Denise Williams.
Welcome to today's Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, here to bring you the stories shaping the financial world and guiding your journey to smarter business decisions. Let's dive into the top headlines. The Jamaica Money Remitters Association, JMRA, has issued a statement of assurance to Jamaicans at home and abroad following the recent signing of a new law by the USA government, which includes a 1% tax in-store cash remittances. The JMRA is encouraging Jamaicans and diaspora communities to explore and adopt digital remittance options, many of which are not impacted by the new tax. Transfers sent using U.S. bank accounts, debit or credit cards, or approved digital channels remain exempt. To support this shift, the JMRA and its members will be increasing public education efforts to help Jamaicans better understand how to access and use digital platforms confidently and safely. Principal of the Mona campus of the University of the West Indies, Professor Denzel Williams, says Jamaica needs a strong middle class to drive economic growth. Speaking to RJR News, Williams believes the country must have at least 500,000 people in the middle class to generate the level of investment and spending needed for long-term development. But Professor Williams said achieving this will require significant investment in education across all levels to close the current skills gap. In the meantime, he suggested that Jamaica may have to import skilled labor to meet the immediate demands of employers struggling to find the talent needed to drive innovation, investment, and growth. For the trading period ending July 18, 2025, these were the most actively traded stocks. Cigarette distributor Carreras Limited with 2,107,000 251 units traded, representing 20.56% of market sales volume. Financial conglomerate NCB Financial Group Limited with 1,431,031 units traded, representing 13.96% of market sales volume. Toll road operator Trans-Jamaican Highway Limited with 1,037,294 units traded, representing 10.12% of market sales volume. We now shift our focus to the Forex market rate set by the Bank of Jamaica. On July 18, 2025, the Bank of Jamaica reported US $50.67 million purchased and US $47.17 million sold by Forex traders. Traders earned $1.76 per dollar, selling the US at $161.22 and buying the US at $159.46. The Canadian dollar netted Forex trade at 57 cents per transaction, with selling at $117.29 and buying at $116.72. The British pound yielded Forex traders $2.55 in profits, with selling at $217.07 and buying at $214.52. For the credit report tip of the day, whether you're starting a side hustle, scaling a company, or seeking funding to buy a franchise, your personal credit score and credit report are often the first tools financial institutions, landlords, suppliers, and even clients use to assess your credibility. Before you ever pitch your business, investors or lenders will likely pull your credit report. Why? Because it tells them how you manage your money, and that's a strong indicator of how you'll manage theirs. If you've ever missed a payment, co-signed a loan, or settled a debt, it's all in your credit report. It's a mirror. The good news, like all mirrors, it can be polished. You can use your strong personal credit as a launch pad to build business credit. Open accounts in your business name and pay on time. When you're building something from nothing and you're moving from financial recovery to financial resilience, for a lot of women over the age of 45, many of us were raised to believe that being financially modest meant being responsible. We inherited money stories built around survival, not strategy, often from parents who did the best they could in an era of limited access and fewer financial tools. But times have changed. As professional women 45 and over, we now have the authority and the responsibility to reassess those stories and reframe our financial identities from recovery mode to resilience mode. Here's some suggestions. 1, replace guilt with goals. 2, track your net worth, not just your income. And 3, draft a personal financial mission statement. And that wraps up today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, reminding you that every financial decision is a step toward your future. Until next time, stay focused, stay informed, and keep striving for success. See you soon.
In regional news, a new digital literacy push is underway in Tobago. Students will soon have access to free online computer training, thanks to an initiative by Bismarck Technology and Learning Institution in collaboration with local schools and the Kiwanis Club of Scarborough. The program, launched on Thursday, aims to equip young leaders with essential skills in basic computing and Microsoft applications, bridging the digital gap and preparing them for a tech-driven future. More details in this report.
Digital literacy is being introduced to schools in Tobago. Through a program hosted by Bismarck Technology and Learning Institution, Tobago students will be exposed to free online computer literacy programs. The launch of the initiative was held on Thursday at the Scarborough Library.
I realized that our society for the past 26 years was living in a box where that technology around the world have been rapidly evolving, but yet our society was still in that same box. So Bismarck Technology and Learning Institution Limited have created a pathway that we will collaborate with NGOs, including schools throughout Trinidad and Tobago, by providing free online tuition in basic computer skills, Microsoft packages.
The Kiwanis Club of Scarborough, Tobago will execute the program at selected schools through established partnerships.
Today, there will be handover as well the links for the basic computer skills. So when the president and the left governor of Kiwanis Club have a meeting with their other members, I believe strongly they will know how to rule it out.
A former Kingdom Hall in CU Farm is being transformed into Antigua and Barbuda's newest mental health facility. Health Minister Sir Mulvin Joseph says the building has been assessed and is now in the redesign phase with safety upgrades underway. The project is part of a broader push to modernize mental health care and reduce stigma, with plans to expand and retrain staff already in motion. Once complete, officials say the new facility will help meet growing demand for mental health support across the island. ABS's Philana Johnson brings us the details.
Government has completed its assessment of the former Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses property in Seaview Farm. It's been earmarked for use as the new home of the nation's newest mental health facility.
We have made the assessment that we need some additional space and to redesign the existing space. We are in the hands now of the architect. And the last thing I heard was the architect promised about 3 weeks ago that he will finish the redesign of the facilities.
The health minister says completion of the project will be imminent once the redesign has been made, as it is addressing safety concerns.
According to the architect, about 4 weeks to do the necessary changes because the building is structurally sound. It's just that they have glass windows and doors that are not adequate.
The health minister adds there are plans to have more and better trained individuals on board to deal with mental health challenges.
That has been submitted, and there's going to be a recruiting period of getting those skills on board. But we are training some of the existing staff now as well.
The mental health facility aims to modernize the treatment of mental health challenges and tackle the stigma often associated with them. The health minister, Honorable Sir Mulvin Joseph, had late last month provided dignitaries of the Pan-American Health Organization's delegation a tour of the new mental health facility.
In Barbados, 16 young talents battled it out at the 2025 Junior Monarch Calypso and Soca competition. But in the end, it was Kimani, Mr. Showman Devonish, and Kadarius King K. Allen who claimed top honors. King K, a 13-year-old law student, moved hearts with his tribute to a fallen friend, while Mr. Showman wowed the crowd with his high-energy act, successfully defending his soca crown. CBC's Anesta Henry tells us more.
Fireworks, top-notch presentations, and lyrical renditions, accompanied by a sweet-sounding band and backup singers. This was the 2025 Junior Monarch Calypso and the Soca competition, in which 16 contestants battled for the top spots. It was a keen contest, and at the end of the night, when the results were tabulated, Kimani Mr. Showman Devonish defended his crown in the soca category with his song When I Reach. And in the Calypso competition, Kadarius King K. Allen won with Fake It Till You Make It. A 13-year-old law school student, King K placed second last year, but this time around he brought his A game to the stage and secured the top spots.
All the hard work have paid off, and I feel excited. A lot of practice, a lot of rehearsals, and just gearing up myself for this moment.
King K says his piece, penned by Dondre Ford and arranged by Mark Husbands, was a tribute to his friend and former schoolmate who died as a result of gun violence earlier this year.
based on my lifestyle and my friend that passed, Jonathan's Chase. It still doesn't feel real to me, but I feel sad and just that I lost my friend.
Mr. Showman put on a great show for the audience and judges with his energetic performance from start to finish. He says he is overjoyed to reclaim his Soca Monarch title with his song written by Michael Mikey Mercer and arranged by Randy Eastman.
I was like, alright, let me see who could come second. Then when it comes second, I was like, huh? I'm in again? I wasn't expecting it. I just feel amazing. That's the truth.
And Mr. Showman is crediting his presence in the House of Soca Calypso tent for helping him to prepare for Junior Monarch.
Last year I was not in the tent. So this year I felt like I had the opportunity to express myself more and literally get ready for the show.
Coming in second in the Soca competition was AJ with Capture This Energy, and he was followed by Nayara with her song We Love It. In the Calypso competition, Master Kajay came second with Send a Helping Hand, while Slay with her song Hurt was third.
We open our sports report with news on cricket. The West Indies lost the first T20 international against Australia at Sabina Park on Sunday night, going down by 3 wickets. A few highlights of the match: Azari Joseph, Jason Holder and Gudakesh Moti took 2 wickets each. Roston Chase led the way with 60 from 32 balls, which included 9 fours and 2 sixes. Chase and captain Shai Hope, who hit 55 of 39 deliveries, put on a 91-run partnership. Jamaican superstar Andre Russell, in his penultimate international appearance, fell for 8. Another Jamaican, Rovman Powell, only managed 1. The second T20 at Sabina Park takes place on Tuesday at 7 p.m. On a sad note from the world of athletics, Ernell Leighton Hazley, a trailblazer in Jamaican athletics and the first national athlete to win international gold medals in both the high jump and pole vault, has died. He passed away peacefully at home on Friday, July 18. His family confirmed. Hazley was 89. Born on June 20, 1936, Hazley attended St. Jago High School in St. Catherine, where he quickly emerged as a standout in the high jump. His talent earned him a place on Jamaica's Olympic team, and he represented the country at the 1956 Olympics. In other news, a new chapter in regional para-sport unfolded at the University of the West Indies, Mona, last Friday. Jamaica officially launched the second Gather, Adjust, Prepare and Sustain Americas and Caribbean Training Camp, GAPS. The launch welcomed athletes and coaches from 6 Caribbean nations for a week-long journey focused on inclusion, development and preparation for the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. Hosted by Deputy Dean of the Faculty of Sport at the University of the West Indies, Mona, Dr. Sharmila Rupchand Martin, the camp promises a holistic experience which will consist of blending athletic training, medical evaluations, cultural immersion, and educational sessions open to the public.
Our para-athletes from the Caribbean, not just Jamaica, and the coaches from around the Caribbean are trained, because I know, it is really important to have our coaches with the requisite skills to ensure that our athletes are on the world stage at the Paralympic Games, ultimately, to win medals, because they have the right coaches to support and ensure that they get medals.
The region has hosted GAPS initiatives as an international program that connects athletes with others across the globe.
This is more than sport. It's about building inclusive pathways, breaking down barriers, and ensuring that every athlete has the opportunity to shine on the global stage.
The UWI's Faculty of Sport has played a crucial role in the successful execution of this training camp, reinforcing UWI's commitment to the growth of parasport in the Caribbean. Among the athletes training this week is para-athlete Deshane Davis, whose dreams go far beyond Glasgow.
Like I've always been telling coach, the world record. That's my plan going forward. I'm here to break the world record, so yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
A former athlete and now dedicated mentor and coach, Neville Sinclair, says his training style includes a little rough love and calls on Jamaicans to support the athletes both at home and abroad.
You have to push the athletes, which is what I do, and sometimes I know it's over. I'm going over, but it's just a test, because if you just allow an athlete to do what they want, right, and ease up on them, I mean, you won't get the full-fledged for them to train and compete. So it's a little about it. Very hard, and sometimes very soft.
He adds that the public should feel free to engage with athletes as the camp officially kicks off on July 21 and ends on July 25. And that's it for the news on PBCJ. You can follow us on our social media platforms at PBCJamaica. Thanks for watching.